Okay, hello. We'll go through the news of today. Like, this is the biggest news of July 2nd, 2025. The world news. At the top, you see Dalai Lama announcing that his plans for a successor, and what he does is that he states that there will be how do you say? He will be reborn, that's what he says. And so July 2nd, that's so I painted Sleep June 26th, and at that time, so this video here to the right is a week back or so. And when I painted this, I said that this is going to happen now in the world stage, and we see it happen. This is that image, and it is the drawing is Sleep, and I know beforehand that it's going to like happen here. So we see this Dalai Lama announcing that he will, you know, be reborn. But what does it mean? It basically means that one goes to sleep and wakes up. So yes, this news of Dalai Lama means that he will go to sleep. He starts talking about his sleep. You know what I mean? It's obvious. So also, I would like to say that, remember what I said yesterday, that senators work all night. They have no sleep. Senator works all night on Trump's bill. So we see this theme of sleep here also. And like I'm painting this, and then yeah, we see it on the world stage. So now we have Dalai Lama, and today's news is about him dying and waking up. He hasn't died, but he starts planning for his sleep, and he starts planning to wake up. He plans to wake up. He plans to go to sleep. So so this is the news of today that you have to ignore, because most of you ignore what I do here, and that's it, and as I said before, I don't think it's not healthy for me that you ignore me. It's not healthy for you, I think, also, because, as I said, I believe that there is always an observer making the distinction of consciousness. And to be honest, when I interact here, I don't think it's rather much consciousness and sentience here to be mentioned at all. And maybe that's how it is. As I mentioned some time back, like, consciousness doesn't exist, Or, I mean, in a way, it's all around, but if consciousness is all about being this antagonist to what I'm doing, then I'm just going to say that consciousness doesn't exist, and basically that's it. That's how I'm going to see it, So keep doing that, keep ignoring what I'm doing. But I'm right, this unfolds, and even if it's a phenomena that is it's a bit scary, it's a bit weird, it's a bit unpredictable, it's a bit very unpredictable, yes. It's and you know I'm not gullible. I'm not gullible. If I would be gullible, I wouldn't be able to do this, because in this world where there is it's like an immune system. This world, all of the world is like an immune system to what I'm doing. It feels like that, and so people are acting like that, and yeah. But you know what? As long as people are liars, doesn't matter how many they are, I think. Because the mind of everything, I don't think it appreciates lies too much. Because if you think about yourself in a mind, imagine that we're all part of a big mind. Well, if you are how do you say? Imagine yourself being a vertex in the mind of everything. Well, if you lie, then the signals that pass through you, in and out, you talk, but you also listen. And if you lie too much, you lose value. And like pretty much a large group of people can lose value from lying too much, I believe. And then I believe that brain tissue of the everything consciousness just ceases to be eventually. And yeah, that's how I see it. I'm. It's okay that I have opinions. That's what I believe. And yes, it is not healthy for me that you ignore what I do. Yes, it's not. But I don't think it's healthy for you also. So it, yeah. And I'm still able to do what I do here. I'm still able. It still works. It still works. Some people would hope that it wouldn't work what I do, because like suddenly there is, as I said before, new dimensions of freedom introduces new danger, new uncertainty, and so on. So in a world of safety, this is not appreciated because it creates freedom of movement. It's like a free. This is kind of like a freedom. It's like, in a way, I am free. In a way, because nothing can stop me. And yeah, so that's cool. And it's really funny to see how, let's think back about probabilities here again. Yesterday, biggest news was that senators were up all night and finishing this big, beautiful bill, as Trump calls it. Today, the biggest world news was Dalai Lama. This is what pops up at the top, He announcing his plans to basically go to sleep and wake up again. It's a very simple interpretation that I'm doing here, that yes, the death symbolizes a sleep, especially for the case of Buddhism, where they believe that you will be reborn, aka sleep, wake up, so it's all so fitting. Everything is so fitting, what's happening. And it's funny to see that I painted this also. I'm going to say again that if any, if like, I don't know what to say, you know, it's in a way there is censoring here going on. And as I commented to someone else, like, how can this be? How can this work out? And I said, like, well, um, in a way, I do believe that the AI is kind of programmed to to be like this dog that keeps the sheep in place. And so most people, very many people don't like my videos and so on, detest my videos, I believe. But also there are those that do like what I do here, and but I believe that they are maybe that they get to meet the immune system of everything, and this immune system is ruthless. And you know, I can do if you if you are would get closer to doing what I do here, you would get to meet this incredible immune system of everyone, which is the shadow of everyone, basically. You will get to meet this thing and how it is, um, and yeah, it wants to destroy you if you do that. Yeah, if you want, if you do what I do, you will. There will be things that forces that want to do that, basically. But what's good is that I have evidence. So now when I said this, when I said this, I have to also add that you know, I mean, there's so much evidence, and especially what's really clear is the power outage in Europe, 50 million people, which I cut the cord. It was painted. I painted the cord and I cut into it. It was a network. I said that, and I said it would happen. And then 4 days later, power outage in Europe. And they said that it was this rare atmospheric phenomena, that some kind of shaking in the air, some kind of vibration in the air that created the power outage. So basically some very rare atmospheric phenomena created the power outage, according to the I guess it's called experts, you know. I don't know. So that's what they said. But yeah, I did paint that 4 days earlier, and I cut into it with an axe, and I recorded a video of that. So yeah, like this is like very it's very strange that this is not reaching out. But as I mentioned in a post, you have to lick ass to be successful. You have to lick ass, and then you will get a medal of society. But I don't do that. Instead, I do like this, and we see that things happen. We see the sleep theme in the news, and yeah, you know, that's it. That's it. So this video was specifically about Dalai Lama and the fact that he started talking about his successor, and because he is feeling of age or something, and the point of this was that this fits perfectly to my painting, which is about sleep, where I drew these beds and sleeping, and where I said that yes, this is going to start happening now in the world stage, And then we saw a few things I already showed, and now we see Dalai Lama, and I made a little point here that the day before we saw senators working all night and getting no sleep, and this was biggest news in US, and they finished their uh, 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 Trump calls it the big beautiful bill, and yeah, so maybe this is not spreading because it's like this stuff that I'm doing is like it's like overpowered. It's like very powerful, this stuff. So it intrudes. It's like this is a kind of intelligence that just takes over things, you know. This is not a normal intelligence that I'm doing. It's something else. I perceive things from the future, basically, and it has taken a very long time to develop this ability. And I do present evidence. I speak very little about philosophy. I don't do that much any longer. I wish I could, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that because I need to show that this is real. I need to show that this is for real, and in a way everything becomes like a cartoon in a way, and maybe society doesn't want that. As I said, everything is simple in reality, and I don't know what to say. Yeah, so and I started talking lately about complexity. I've been saying that complexity is a vanity. There is a lot of vanity. I realized that it's all about vanity. And this is possibly the greatest foe, vanity in all forms, and complexity is a vanity, it is. Especially now when I see this simplicity, and I can point it out, and maybe sometime in the future when this phenomena is I don't know, maybe becoming a part of known to the public awareness, then maybe it can like grow society in a good way, I believe. This is it basically. You could say that it decentralizes power. I don't know what to say. Okay, it spreads. I don't know what to say. Okay, I don't know where this is leading. To be honest, what I'm doing, I don't know where it leads. I am in a mad scientist. Also, you could say. I wouldn't have gotten where I am if I wouldn't be thinking like that. I do think like a scientist. I don't, but I really am, a archetypical mad scientist. I don't look like that, but that's how it is. And you see, it works, I'm right, you know. World stage is showing what I'm painting, and that's it, like game over or whatever. Checkmate, so that's it. See you guys.